Hey Midland, it's Chris and Grant here for What's Up in the City Planning Edition. We're going to chat about the most recent City Planning Commission meeting, which happened on March 22nd of 2022. How you doing, Grant?
Hey, good, Chris. Good to see you.
Great to see you. Grant, let's talk about all the site plans that were on the agenda for that meeting. Site Plan 407, Site Plan 415, and Site Plan 416. They were brought in front of the Planning Commission for review and approval, correct?
That is correct. And site plans actually have kind of a two-step process. We hold the public hearing on one meeting. We then have final consideration at the next meeting, providing that all of the information relevant to make a decision is presented by the applicant at the time of final approval. So with Site Plan 407, there was a lot of comments that came from the public last night during the public hearing related to drainage and stormwater management for the site plan. This is a project that involves 6 residential units out on Perrin Road in a single-family residential development to be known as Hunter's Ridge, just south of Boulder Creek on the west side of Perrin Road, an area that is very wet and has known wetlands. And so part of the discussion last night was around detail and ensuring that the city standards are being met as well as the state standards for stormwater management. The other 2 plans, also exciting. One is for a new animal medical facility. And for those that maybe have a pet or a small animal that they take care of, they've known that that market's a bit challenged in Midland at the moment by just a lot more demand than there is supply from a veterinary perspective. So this is quite a large expansion that is being proposed for a new facility out on Wackerly Street. And then Site Plan 416 related to a parking lot addition as part of a phasing plan for eventually a new medical facility over off of McLaren Dental in kind of the northern part of the city, just off of Jefferson.
Awesome. Yeah, and just to remind everyone, you can go to our city website, citymidlandmi.gov/MCTV, to watch these meetings live and on demand. So if you missed this one and you want to see all the details, head to our city website to watch them on demand, or you can search MCTV Network on your Apple TV, Amazon Fire Stick, or Roku TV. And if you have cable, channel Charter 188, or cable channel UVerse 99, you can go there as well to watch them on demand and live on replay. But Grant, let's get back to it, okay? So we're going to talk a little bit about the PUD that happened last night, and that was number 20, PUD number 20, Greater Midland Community Center. Big news.
It is big news for the community. And this was the proposal highly anticipated related to a brand new community center that would sit on the same site as the existing facility and effectively swap the building footprint with the new facility going in where the parking lot is currently located, connecting to the curling center, and then eventually new parking being located where the existing facility is at. This is a 2-year construction project for the first phase of that facility. And what happened last night with the PUD process was actually the Planning Commission recommending unanimous support of this being given final approval by City Council. This was a concept and detail plan combination for the PUD. And those at the community center and their consultants that they've been working with have been doing a very good job of working closely with city staff in order to meet city standards, but also lessen the impacts on that neighborhood, since there's going to be a little bit of differences with parking and access for a couple of years during construction. But this is a massive investment in the city, and they've done a very nice job putting a good plan together. And we're hopeful that council will be supportive of it come the second meeting in April.
Awesome. And speaking of next meetings, the next Planning Commission meeting is April 12th, 2022. So, Grant, we thank you for sharing the information as always.
Yes, and I should also remind everyone that if they did want to come back and see what's going to happen with those site plans, come to our next meeting at April 12th. They'll be back on the agenda for final consideration. Chris?
Hey, and everyone, we thank you for watching, and we'll catch y'all later.